What's up, guys? Welcome back for another one. Today we're going to do an unboxing and install of some new mirrors for my 22 Street Bob. As some of you guys may know, Harley Davidson has just released their Adversary collection. Originally, when I saw this line and I saw the black and orange parts, I was like, wow, this is perfect. My Street Bob is black and orange. I love the accents that are on the collection. One of the things that I always try to do with my motorcycles when I'm using accent colors and stuff is I always try to do it tastefully, and that is subjective, but I try not to overdo it. And whether or not I succeed or fail, of course, is anybody's opinion, but I don't want to add accent color to the part where it takes away from the motorcycle itself. I want it to complement the motorcycle, show off, some of the parts and stuff like that. So that's always my goal, but that's just me. So that's what turned me on to the Adversary collection. As you can see here, I do have mirrors, and that's what I'm going to be unboxing, and that's what I'm going to be installing and talking about today. Originally, when these first came out, I believe it was only for like the Sportster, the Nightster, things like that. And honestly, if they had the Softail parts out earlier, some of the parts I put on might have also been part of this collection. I like how it's black with hints of orange. That goes along with what I was just saying. So let's jump into this. We'll do the unboxing. I'll show you the difference between the new Adversary mirrors and the stock mirrors, and we'll put them on the bike and show you what it looks like. Let's get to it. So here we have the box. This is the first time I'm seeing these mirrors firsthand as well. As you can see, this is all still packed up pretty tight. So let's see what we have in here. This looks like one of the mirrors. Oops. Pull it out. Looks like that's sort of the way it's meant to go, but as you can see, there's a real nice, subtle orange line right about there. And the camera probably does not do it justice, but it's really nice. The mirror has a nice shape here. Looks like a nice wide mirror that tapers down. The stem itself looks pretty long. This is a glossy material, and you do see the Harley Davidson name printed right over the top. So the reflection looks really clear and real nice looking. So let's pull the other one out. Now, one of the reasons why I was a little hesitant on going with the Harley Davidson line is on my Road King, and if you haven't seen the Road King videos, you can go back and see the parts I put on that bike. I installed the Harley Davidson, they look like the CVO mirrors, basically. Slim, long, real nice, but they're a matte finish, and it just seems like that seems to be fading a little. And again, maybe I just need to clean the bike really well or whatever, but that would be my only gripe and my only hesitation when it came to considering purchasing another set of mirrors from Harley Davidson directly. There are some other aftermarket mirrors out there, especially if we're talking about the color orange and stuff like that. Some real nice ones. Arlen Ness makes some really nice ones, for example. But that just goes back to what I was saying. I didn't want to overdo it. So I was super excited when I heard that this Adversary line was going to be coming out for the Softails. And in that Adversary line, you have points covers, derby covers, pegs, the whole line, shift pegs, all of that. So really, really nice stuff. definitely recommend you guys go see it in person, because as nice as it is on the internet, these things are really sharp. So we have both mirrors here, and again, this is like a it looks like a nice quality paint, nice quality material that they used. I'm going to pull out the stock mirror and we can see the differences between the two. So let's see if I turn it like this. So right away, one of the things you notice is the length of the stem, and that was important to me. The length here, if I were to, let's see, the best way I can do this, maybe it's these two. So if we try to line it up, you do see, or hopefully you can see that the adversary mirrors are longer, putting the mirror itself further away from your shoulders, which is probably the most important thing for me when you're spending this kind of money on mirrors. So that's the first thing. Also, I know this is kind of dulled out and filled with all the bugs I was trying to hit on the way home, but this is a lot glossier than this is. I don't know if you'd consider this a matte or just filthy, but there's definitely a higher quality paint over it. As far as the size of the mirrors, I would say it's close. I just think the shape is a little bit different. This is more of a teardrop, I guess you would say, compared to this, and a little more rounded at the top compared to this. Has got a sharper, I don't know, maybe you might consider that a more modern just line on how they did that compared to the way this one swoops. But I think overall the size of the mirror, at least looking at the back end, pretty close. All right. There may be a little more surface area on this just due to the shape here compared to the way this comes down. This thing seems to come to a slightly thinner taper at the edge of the mirror. But like I said, for me, the most important thing was that it's longer, and of course this little orange pop I think is perfect for what I'm trying to do here. What else do you get in the box? You get a new set of hardware to install your mirrors, and that's pretty much it. This is really easy to install. It's just you got a 1/2-inch open end wrench. Just unscrew this, and this is I'm talking about the clutch side. You unscrew this, you take it off, make sure you have your washers and stuff, and you just put the new one on. So let's shoot it over to the bike. I'll put one on, and we'll see if we can get a good view of the bike from the front, showing one of these and the stock together on the same bike, and see if we can pick up on any more differences and stuff. So for those of you who haven't installed mirrors before or taken yours off, there's not a lot to it. What comes in the kit is you have 2 washers. This flat washer is going to go on top. You're going to push the mirror through, and on the bottom you're going to put this washer. And the kit actually comes with these little nuts here. And for those of you who like to spend copious amounts of money removing all the chrome from your bike, you'll be happy to know that this is actually black and the stock one is not black. So maybe a little bonus feature if you're that guy. So as we put this in, I wanted to talk a little bit about what Harley advertises this as. They say this is made from billet aluminum, and that the finish is something they call a graphite finish. So yeah, real nice, and it's really hard to see, but there's some nice swooping lines in here that really make the mirror nice. So again, this is not rocket science. Put that in there. I actually have my handguard, so I can't forget that. Add my handguard. Take my little washer here. You know what, let's move this and get you guys a better shot at what I'm doing. All right, so I think we're in a little better position now. I have my mirror, the washer. For me, I have the handguard. There is this part of the turning signal that the mirror also has to pass through. I'm just gonna hand tight that for now. So, you know, that's really it. And then, you know, you can play around with the mirror. The mirror does move to kind of dial it in for yourself, but that's really it. Let's see if we can get another good look at this so you guys can see the difference. I know there's a lot going on in the garage, so it might be a little overboard here, but there you can see it. Again, the shape of this mirror seems to give me a better field of view than the other, and again, this side is way further out there. Now, the other side, at least for my model, it actually ties into here, so that's the only difference. I'll take that off next. All right, I just figured it was easier to take this thing outside where there's less going on here. The sun is starting to set a little, so you may not see all the details here, but you can see the overall shape of, that's the stock mirror right there. And if we come over here, this is the new Harley Davidson mirror. And I think right away you can tell how far out it is just looking at it in comparison to the handguards compared to if we come over here. So again, what I was saying earlier, this particular mirror is tied into here, different than the other side, but it's the same idea. So I'll go ahead and put this guy on, and let's take a look at what it looks like. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's this top part of this nut right here. It's a 5/8. This is what you use to loosen the mirror. All of that will come out. Let's put this to the side. And just so you guys can see, that's threaded on the inside, so the mirror passes through with the washer on top. It's going to thread into here, and then this to attach the turning signal. You can tighten here also 5/8, which would tighten into the bottom of this. So that's how you do that. I'll grab the other mirror. Let's slap it on. All right, and there we have it. Again, this is only hand tight. For those of you guys concerned with torque specs, I believe it's 10 to 15 foot-pounds of torque. But just for the sake of the video, I just want to put that on and show this to you here. And yeah, with the light, we're gonna have to take this, definitely have to get this in some better light here so you guys can see. All All right, guys, it's just easier for me to wait till the next day, get some real daylight here to actually show you how nice this piece really is. Again, Harley advertises these mirrors as double anodized, black and orange, all that good stuff. So I'm impressed with the quality and the finish of it. And for me, the mirror does what I needed to do, just being a little bit wider and providing a better field of view. So with that said, let's go look at the bike one more time and I'll see if I can outline all the little details about this a little better in this light here. There you can see, I know the sun is reflecting on it a little bit, but there you can see the little orange pop that attracted me so much to these mirrors. Let's see what it looks like from the other side now that we have some light. Again, my point of reference is the edge of the handguard and how close this mirror is to being at the edge of the handguard compared to the stock. Like I said, that was important to me. And the rest is just fit and finish. Again, you know, Harley Davidson, OEM stuff here. Quality is exponentially better than stock. I think that goes without saying for how much you got to pay for these things. But all in all, I am extremely happy with it. My field of vision is better, and I think it's just understated accent right there, which, like I said, was important to me. So there you have it. Here's the look from the front. Let's sit in the cockpit and I'll show you what it looks like from there. So here is the view, what I see here. Normally, you know, my arms take up a significant portion of the mirror. Again, I know a lot of that can be adjusted and turned to whatever, but just in the short amount of time that I've driven with the mirrors, I can tell a difference. It is noticeable. It actually took me a minute to get my eyes used to where the mirrors were and you know, adjust them to where I needed them to be. So there's probably still going to be a little bit more of that going on moving forward. I do like how easy the mirrors are able to shift around in the position you need compared to the stock ones were a little stiff in that aspect. But all in all, a solid addition to this bike. If you got orange, this is definitely something I would recommend if you're trying to do something similar. Other than that, really happy with the purchase. So again, this is just another thing along the way here. If you like videos like this and you haven't yet already, please consider liking and subscribing. We've got more stuff coming up. And as always, appreciate you taking your time out of your day to watch me do this. Take care, guys.